Hi friends, Naomi here. I just put out a music video called All Is Well, and thank you to those who have shared it and liked it and watched it and everything. That's very nice of you. So I think I originally wrote it back in 2014, and I wrote it about how much I love summer and the end of summer and fall coming to take over, and how I don't like that. But it's fine. Everything's fine because the summer will stay with me through the freckles on my skin and the light parts in my hair. And anyway, if you listen to the lyrics, you kind of understand what I'm talking about. When I was finished re-recording this song, it kind of hit me that the song really maybe isn't about summer anymore. Sometimes when I write a song, it initially has one meaning, and then later on when it's completed in its pure finished form, I realize that it's about something else completely. I don't know, maybe it's like the equivalent of when a painter paints an abstract piece. She's trying to get these emotions out of her, and then once it's done, they look at that piece as a whole, and then they recognize the brush strokes that they made, but it takes on a completely different persona when you see it in its finished form. And that's like, I guess, what I feel what happens when I write some songs, especially with this one. Now I realize that it's more about life and death and that little line between the two that we sometimes dance on, and that sometimes I feel like even crosses over and intertwines sometimes. So I thought to like kind of capture that visually with a super low budget would be to kind of paint this picture of how I want my death to happen and how I want after my death to take place. I had recently found out about, just go with me, I had recently found out about body farms where you can donate your body to science. They will study your decomposition. You can choose to have your body placed in a shallow grave, or you can be put in the back of a car wrapped in a tarp, or you can be laid on top of the ground in a field and they'll watch you decompose. It's all for scientists to better date when a body has died in order for them to catch the bad guy a little easier, so they can have a time frame. I was listening to a podcast about this one individual who decided that he wanted to be placed on top of the ground in one of these body farms in the field underneath a shade tree. It sounds gross, but there's certain things that happen to your body when you decompose in nature's glorious way that you become the most like nutrient rich thing on the planet. So you can walk through these well, I don't think anybody can walk through these body fields, but one could walk through these body fields and see where each body had been. This man in particular that was underneath this big shade tree out in the field, where his body had been was now super lush green grass, and flowers were growing, and it was like just this body-shaped piece of super healthy, fruitful land. And that was like the first time I remember feeling like at peace with dying. And I thought that was just like so cool. I thought that could be maybe when I die, I could do that, and that would be my way of like giving nature everything that I had, one last good deed, you know, to have my body go back to the earth like the good Lord intended and replenish and start new life from my dead life. Maybe that's kind of gross and gruesome to a lot of people, but for me it gave me a lot of peace, and for me that's what the song is about. The warmth of a good life, kind of like ushering you in to the next good part of the afterlife, whether that's just becoming fertilizer for beautiful flowers to grow, whether that's heaven, whether that's hell, whether it's just bleak nothingness, whether it's being respawn. I don't know. I don't know if any of that made sense because I didn't plan out any of these things I was going to say per usual. So if you haven't seen All Is Well, why not? Go watch All Is Well. It's on my Facebook page. It's on my website. It's on my YouTube channel. If you would be so kind, I would love it if you would share both this video and my All Is Well video and help spread my artwork. Thanks for watching. I love you, some more than others. I will see you next time. Actually, I won't see you. I can't see any of y'all. You'll see me next time. Bye!